Hey, what's up street gods, Eric from the Eric Street Photography blog. So I wanted to give you some practical tips today on channeling your fear to become a better street photographer. So this is my basic idea. I think fear in street photography should be our guide, it should be our mentor, and it shouldn't be something that holds us back, rather it's something that we channel in order to make better photographs. So I was at the gym lifting weights and I had this idea randomly today was, why is it that we get afraid before we want to shoot a certain street photo of something? And this is my thought. The reason why we feel fear or you get the adrenaline rush before we shoot something is because we want to photograph it. So have you ever had the instance where you walk around all day and you don't see anything interesting? Happens to me all the time. And so for me, what I try to do is I let my fear guide me, or I channel my fear in a positive way. So I think this is the secret is not to totally eradicate your fear and to be fearless, but rather to make fear your slave. So the way I think about it is, imagine fear like your dog. So a dog is kind of a helpful friend, and the dog will bark. So every time the dog is barking, that's like when your fear sensor is going off in your head saying, oh, this is kind of a bad thing, you should be afraid of it. But you could choose to respond to your dog or your fear in different ways. You could choose to ignore it, you could choose it to think about, maybe I should double think before doing this. But ultimately in today's world, I think the reason why street photography is so fun is because we are junkies to adrenaline. Is that most of our lives are just so dull and boring and quite commonplace that we want more thrill, we want more adventure in life. And I think in life, the more risks we take, the more we're going to enjoy our lives and the more interesting we're going to live our lives. And so as a quick photography tip, let's say the next time you go out and you shoot photos, you're only allowed to photograph what scares you. So whether you take your camera to a restaurant or a bar or on the streets or Costco, wherever you decide to go, only photograph when you feel some sort of fear. So like, let me give you an example. I went to Walmart the other day to just pick up some hair gel, and I saw this man selling some DirecTV pass, and he had American flag behind him, and I just had my phone with me, and I was feeling a little bit nervous or scared to photograph it. And I was thinking to myself, oh, like, you know, what if he gets angry at me? But I just took out my camera and just shot it anyways. And then he's like, hey, what you taking a photo? I'm like, oh, you look so good with this nice scene and stuff like that. So he was actually pretty cool with it. I'm walking around the block, kind of like this minimalist scene here. Oh, and also if you're curious why this video is in black and white, I'm just kind of toying around with it. So I'm currently recording this on a Lumix G9 and shooting 4K, and there's actually this new like black and white film simulation. Not 100% sure yet how I feel about it, but I just wanted to just kind of toy around with it and just kind of screw around with it and have fun with it. So anyways, yeah, so once again, think about fear as your guide. Is anytime you see something that makes you feel afraid, it might be a good photograph. So push yourself outside your comfort zone by photographing more what you're afraid of, and then I can guarantee you'll probably make better photos. Peace out.